If we've got a selection of variables, so in our experiment, we just took all of the variables that go into the national classification I showed you at the start. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and transform those in a way which mean we can actually synthesize a set of inputs that are going to basically create better clusters in terms of their descriptive properties at the other end. And the way we do that is we use something called an autoencoder. And we're calling this method residential area encoding. And what an autoencoder does is it's a neural network, and it essentially takes a set of input data, it applies the autoencoder to it, it goes through this encoding phase where it's trying to synthesize down the properties, whatever that might mean, of the data to a compressed representation, which is this bottleneck layer. And it optimizes this method by fitting a decoder function, which essentially is trying to recreate the original data. So it's iteratively trying to recreate the individual data from this compressed representation. The models run, and at some point produce a kind of a model which is as good as it can get. And that bottleneck layer is the compressed representation that we use in the cluster analysis. One of the things about autoencoders which are really neat is the different layers that you can have in your neural network can have what they call nonlinear activation functions added to them, which means that the models themselves actually expect nonlinear attributes of the data and can learn that nonlinear structure. So picking up on some of those things I was showing you in the graph with the lines about digital access to digital technologies, this essentially enables you to map out some of those nonlinear relationships in your compressed representation. Once we've got the bottleneck layer, we can actually do something like select how many clusters we think a model might want to sort of comprise. So in this case, we use silhouette scores, and we select a model that's sort of 8 clusters. Which is actually quite useful because that also mirrors the national classification as well.